Hello, Miss. I'm Raul, and I am going to present you how to do an effective presentation. First of all, I will talk about how to become an effective presenter. First, what you need to do obviously is practice. Every good presenter have to practice a lot because the success you can achieve that success with the practice. Without practicing, you can never be an effective presenter. Be assertive. Be assertive means to have presence. Be assertive means to not show an aggressive um, posture, and when you talk with the things that the people need to hear. Contact, eye contact with the people, but not just looking at one person. You have to look at everyone when you are doing your presentation. Use your voice. You have to have a clear voice and make sure the people are listening to you and they are understanding what you are saying. Breathe. Breathe is very important because when you're nervous, like me, you sometimes like get like very nervous, and you you close your presentation to the people. You have to breathe, stay calm, and present what you have to say. Final step to be an effective presenter is to drink water when you don't know an answer, or you have to think what you have to say. So if I have to think in a word in English, I take water and make me time to think what I have to do. Now, this is how you plan a presentation. First one, you determine a purpose and objectives. How do you do that? Here is a map or of the types of presentation. Informative, a motivation, interviews, persuasive, goodwill, multipurpose, sales, training, entertainment, political, and image building. Yeah. Okay, when you have your audience, you will have to define your topic. How you define your topic is it's simply the thing that you want to talk about. For example, I want to talk about how to do an effective presentation. So when you have that, you will arrange your materials to make sense. And that you will start to compose your presentation. You will create that visual aids that I am using right now. And what's with that thing? You will have elements of graphic design like the point, line, the shape, the form, the tone, the texture, the color, and the font that are basically the things that compose that aids, that slides that you use to have a presentation. And you have to be careful about the contrast, the balance, the scale, of the things that can make your visual aids useless or very helpful. other thing that you have to be careful is your audience. You have to know uh, your audience and what you are gonna talk about. If they are indifferent of the topic that you are going to talk about, or they are favorable or unfavorable, because they can know about what you're talking about, but they can be agree with that or disagree with that. You have to be in attention to all kind of stuff because they can affect the way that you present. When you have all of that, what you will have to do is practice your presentation. Why is that? Practice is the most important thing in a presentation. You practice with your mother, practice with a friend tells you what you are talking about and what are your mistakes, and when you have that, you go to a house and you make adjustments to the presentation, and you have to analyze the room for that presentation. That's super important. Like I will talk about the communication process. You have to be careful because if you don't know if the room is too big and you don't have a microphone or something like that, the message that you, the sender, are going to send will not get to the receiver. You have to know the space that you are in what you are presenting, and you have to be careful of the noise. For example, the people screaming, because all of that things are affecting your presentation. Final thing that you will do is practice, and more practice. A good presenter practice a lot. It's logic. If you practice a lot, that presentation will be good.